What's up, everybody? It's your boy Sehatha back at it again with some random readings. We're going to start the week off with something a little light because I think, considering the whole world is falling apart and everything has went crazy, we could all use a little entertainment and maybe a little guidance today. So, I know this is a little off schedule. Everything's a little bit late. I'm kind of homeschooling my kids right now, so I don't have as much time to put towards these. I'll try to get them out as close to on schedule as I can. Just doing the best I can with everything, guys. Bear with me. And thank you guys for who have stuck with me and have supported me. This week's reading is up. It's a really important one. I got a very different message than what I usually do from the cards. Came from a different source or a different energy or something. I don't know, but it was very powerful and it was very important. So I hope you'll check that out on Facebook. All right, we're going to get right into this. We'll shuffle the cards first. Sorry, I try not to have a lot of silence, but I got a lot on my mind this week. Uh, I've always referred to my home as the Temple of Chaos, and that has never been truer than it has for the last couple of weeks. So, thank you to all the people who did tune in last week. I know the videos weren't great. I was not in a good place, and some people criticize me for maybe being a little too personal on camera, but I'm a left-hand path occultist. I'm not a light worker. I'm not a hippie. I'm just a person, y'all. And I have good days and bad days. The stuff that I talk about in my readings, it affects me just the same as it does you guys. So I said that last week was going to be a rough one, and by God, it was. So I my whole thing is being the most genuine version of yourself and the most authentic expression of who you are inside. So that's what I am on camera. And if you don't like that and you want to unlike and unsubscribe and things like that, and a lot of people did, and that's cool. I don't want your energy around anyway. If that's the kind of person that you are, if you're not ready to be real, then you don't need to be here. So with that in mind, let's find out. Let's get our card set up, finish our shuffle. Sorry to get a little preachy there, but there were some people said some things that got to me a little, and then people bailing on me whenever I have a bad week kind of irritates me. So there I go getting all personal again on camera. So what we want this week is whatever reading is most beneficial for my audience, for my business, and for everyone involved. Pretty strong pull to the right. All right, get our book. Got a message today that a very special thing is on the way. A friend of mine has crafted a handmade pencil and wand from the same piece of ash wood and is mailing those to me to use to write my book with and in my rituals and spells and that sort of thing. So I'll probably absolutely post pictures with links to his stuff, because he does custom made like wooden pens and pencils and of every kind and every mechanism you can think of. His name is Scott Lake. He does work at a lake house woodcutting, so definitely check him out. I'll post links and stuff to that whenever I get the package. But he is amazing. His work is incredible. He laser engraved my runes onto all of my stuff, y'all. I'm so excited. It's gonna be so dope. So Uh, um, that'll be included in one of the upcoming videos or something like that. Whenever I get the package, I will definitely show you guys, because you've got to check him out and hit him up about some wands and pens and pencils and that sort of thing. He's amazing. So, with that in mind, all that said and done, let's get started and find out who this first reading for. If you have anything on your mind, which I'm sure everybody does given what's going on in the world right now, try to concentrate on whatever numbers or initials that you want to know about. This is a good time to focus your intentions and try to get them into the reading during these random moments. That's why I call this random readings, because there's lots of randomized parts where you can influence a little bit. Number 1. So a lot of people vibing with the number 1 today. A, J, or S are the initials. If you have the initials A, J, or S, or you're really vibing with the number 1, seeing the number 1 a lot everywhere, that's the number represents source. So that's, you're getting important lessons, important messages, and all of us are doing that right now. That's very prominent. That's what this week's weekly reading was all about. So definitely check that out, because there's a lot of important information there. And for A, J, S, or the number 1, this reading is for you. We have the Chariot inverted. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck. I really love the artwork. It kind of reminds me of like the movie Lost Highway. It has a very film noir quality to it. A very nice feel. Very fits my sort of dark left-hand path energy and all of that. But A, J, or S, number 1, whatever, you're feeling like you're kind of stalled in your journey. You're not able to move forward at the moment, and that's creating a little pressure for you. What's up, sweetheart? I'm shooting a video, honey. I love you too. I'll be done in a while. Sorry, like I said, I'm homeschooling my kids. I'm not, I'm very authentic on this stuff. When I say that my kids are here and I'm devoting most of my time to their schoolwork, I mean that. Anyway, A, J, S, or the number 1, you're feeling stuck, like you can't move forward. It's creating a lot of pressure on you because you feel like your journey is halted right now. And the Page of Wands inverted. So you're ready to start something new. You're maybe even have something new that's really great already in the works and something on the horizon for you, and you're ready for it, but you're not able to do it yet, and that's creating a lot of anxiety and a lot of pressure for you. And you have the Lovers card. And see, a lot of people think that this means like love and relationships when it comes up, but it really doesn't. It's more like connection and brotherhood. In fact, in older versions, before the Rider-Waite deck became the standard, it was referred to as the brothers instead of the lovers. And it just means like a balancing of two separate energies. You're kind of just like learning to navigate in the world right now and feeling like you can't move forward, but you're still having to interact, and it takes a lot of patience and a lot of compromise and negotiation, and you really need to, like, the way forward is going to be through your connection to other people, through your friendships, and through your support system and things like that. You're not going to be able to get by on your own on this. That's why you're not moving forward. It's going to take help to get to where you need to be for the next stage to unfold. So rely on your friends and your family, the people that are there for you whenever you have trying times, because like with what's going on in the world right now, especially, all of us really need a support system, and the people that are closest to us, we're all going to have to rely on each other. Like, nobody else is coming to help us but us. So it's kind of on you and your connections to other people right now to get what you need in life and to get by. So that's something, A, J, S, or the number 1, that you should be focusing on right now. Staying in touch with friends, taking care of your needs and everybody else's, and sort of balancing your energy and your connection to your community and your tribe. That's the important thing for you right now. So we're going to move on to the next one and do, like I said, whenever I'm take a few extra moments whenever I roll the dice, just to give you guys a minute to focus your intention. Any initials or numbers that you want some insight on. I'm trying to think of that whenever I'm rolling the dice around between my hands, and then we find out who we're doing this for. So, number four, that pressure valve stalling energy. That's probably going to be a common theme for a lot of people today, because a lot of everybody's lives are being disrupted right now. I know I spent 3 days trying to find toilet paper somewhere and didn't. So, everything's on hold right now for everybody, and everything's disrupted. So, number four, D, M, or V are the initials. If you are vibing with the number four, or you have the initials D, M, or V, this next one's for you. The Four of Wands. You feel like your spiritual progress, or maybe your creative endeavors or something like that, is on hold. Things aren't really moving forward in like what you feel like is your life's work and your soul's purpose, and you're not able to do that right now. So you feel like that pressure is being stalled. And you have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands. So you're thinking of ways to work around this interruption. Your mind is already trying to come up with creative solutions and ways that you can still do your thing, even under this kind of restriction and disruption that we're all experiencing right now. You have the Emperor inverted. So here, show you that right side up so you guys can check out the artwork. I forget how visual oriented most people are, because I'm totally not. So anyway, you're trying to think of ways to get around this, but it looks like maybe you're not going to be able to. Right now you're just going to have to chill, and things are going to have to be on hold, and you just got to keep yourself busy and don't let it drive you nuts any more than it has to. I know that sucks. That's kind of not the answer that you want to hear, but you may find ways to get by and everything, but you're not going to make any real progress until things settle down again. So just take it with a grain of salt. I may be wrong for you. I don't know. D, M, or V, but from what I'm seeing here, like you don't really have any way to influence the situation. It just kind of is what it is. So you might as well just relax and chill until everything settles down again. And that's kind of the best advice I can give for this. Alright. Trying to think of your initials, any numbers that you want to have any insight on. It doesn't have to be about you either. It can be friends, family, relative, anybody that you're concerned about. Any thoughts that you need some insight on, pretty much anything. Just try to get it into the dice whenever we have these little randomized moments between readings. Is that 8 or 3? 3. All right. The number 3. That's the sphere of the Great Mother on the Tree of Life. So 3 represents like nurturing and growth and caregiving and protecting things that are newly formed, like creating new energies and things like that. And C, L, or U. So the number 3 or the initials C, L, or U, this next reading is for you. And then after this, we'll do a general reading and wrap that up, or call this one a wrap. We have the 3 of Pentacles. So CLU, or the number 3, you're actually doing pretty good right now. You're able to sort of grow your supply base and your financial holdings, or your physical goods and stuff. Maybe you're well stocked up and you're all set for right now. 7 of Swords. You're still feeling anxious though. So even though you're pretty well set and you've got the assets that you need, you're still feeling some anxiety, and you still have a lot of worries that you're not going to be okay. Eight of Cups inverted. Let you guys take a look right side up. Eight of Cups inverted. So if you hang on to these kind of anxieties and stuff, it's going to lead you into like fear and depression, and that's just going to make things a lot harder on you than they already are. Because once you're locked into that sort of emotional state, you're not really going to be able to think rationally about what you need to do. So, I know that it's easy to panic in times like this. I mean, most of us have never experienced anything like this in our lifetime, so the world is kind of in chaos right now and everything is crazy, and that's got us all kind of scared, and we're all under stress and dealing with a lot of new things and a lot of changes very rapidly, and it's easy to give in to fear and doubt and depression in times like this, but that's only going to get in the way of what needs to be done. Like I said in my weekly reading this week, that nobody's coming to save us. That's just the truth of it. I don't know. I think it needs to be said that bluntly, honestly. Nobody's coming to fix this. Nobody's coming to save us. Nobody's going to step up and make it magically okay. It's going to be on us. We've got to think rationally. We've got to take care of each other. We've got to put in the work to get by. And it's not something that we're going to be able to do alone by like hoarding resources and supplies and stocking up, because then that puts a target on your back, honestly. Because if I know I'm about ready to beat somebody up and take their toilet paper if I can't find any for my kids within the next couple of days and we run out. So I can only imagine what everybody else is going through and in similar situations. And, nobody's going to make this better anytime soon. Nothing's going to change it. We're all going to have to work together and cooperate. So you're going to have to set aside your fear and anxiety. And instead of, moping and feeling depressed about being stuck, try to enjoy the fact that we have a unique opportunity to reshape society right now. And the way we take care of each other and interact with the world and with our neighbors and with our community and stuff, it needs to change. It's needed to for a long time. And we have an opportunity to do that now. And we can do that from a place of fear, or we can do that from a place of compassion. And I, for one, would rather do that with a place of compassion and for an understanding of everyone has needs and everyone can do something to help meet everyone's needs. So, you know, you may, even if you're doing well right now and you're feeling a lot of anxiety, CLU or the number 3, think about what you can do to help others and devote your time and your energy to that. And maybe that'll give you something to something to keep you occupied other than worry and anxiety and fear. Try to be a positive influence on the rest of your community and on the people. See what you can do for old people that shouldn't be going out and exposing themselves, and maybe you can get them some groceries and bring them to them and things like that. Try to help others instead of sitting around and worrying about yourself, and see if that makes you feel a little bit better, because that's kind of, that's what I do here, honestly. I have a lot of things going on that I can't really do anything about a lot of the time, and I don't have the easiest life that I'm sure none of you do either. So, whenever I'm feeling down about the things that I can't do anything about, or I'm feeling like I can't help myself, I jump in front of the camera and I throw some cards around and I try to help somebody else. So CLU or the number 3, maybe that's what you should be doing right now too. Instead of sitting around and worrying, see what you can do to help somebody else. And, every person you help, you make the world a little bit better, one person at a time. So there's always that. It's a better thing to devote your time to than being afraid, at least in my opinion. So I think that's the best I can do for this one. We're going to throw out a quick general reading for everybody, and then I'm going to call it a wrap. You really, really, really should check out my weekly reading on my Facebook page. If you aren't already following me there, please do. I post a weekly reading for the general collective for everybody that sees it. It's addressing I draw 3 tarot cards for the week, just like I do in these readings here, and then I draw a rune for to represent the energies that are influencing us all that week, and I tie it all together with what astrology signs or which of the zodiac signs the moon is moving throughout the week, and it gets a really, really clear, really insightful message about what the week's going to be like and what we can all expect. And I put a lot of work into it every week, and I really hope that you'll all check it out, because especially this week, it was a really powerful message that I think everybody needs to hear, because there's a lot that needs to change really rapidly for us all to make it through this. Okay. So with that in mind, we're going to do a general reading real quick and call it a wrap on this. I'll try to upload this first and give everybody at least this much to watch and get by on until I can get the other I'm going to do the elemental sign videos today right after this. I will try to get them up as soon as I possibly can. Got a lot on my plate right now, so just bear with me. So for our general reading, we have, for the first card, Temperance, which, like I said, is the most important thing right now is to stay calm. Don't panic. Think rationally. Don't get emotional. Don't give in to anxiety and fear. Don't panic. It's Hitchhiker's Guide rules apply here. Know where your towel is and don't panic. The Queen of Wands inverted. So we're all feeling a little stifled. We're all feeling a little thwarted. Like this is disrupting all of our plans, all of the things that we want to do. We feel like we're all being put on hold right now, and like we can't really interact the way we are used to. We can't go out into the world and get the things we need. Everybody, it feels like their energy is being smothered or shortcut somehow. So keep in mind that everybody is under pressure right now, and try to be cool. I'm not monetized right now, so I'm just going to say it the way I always say it. Don't be a dick, be a dude. That's really important right now. Everybody is under stress. Everybody is under strain. Everybody is under pressure. So just be cool about it. And that's the most important thing. Don't panic. Don't go buy up all the damn toilet paper in the store, y'all. There's people like me who can't get any for their kids now because of that. There's other people in the world, what's that famous line everybody's always quoting online? We live in a society, so we're all we all need to be chill. We all need to try to think rationally, not get emotional, not get into a panic, and worry about not just ourselves but everyone else around us, and be considerate of each other more than anything. And we have the Nine of Cups inverted, and everybody's kind of feeling anxious right now, and that's what I'm seeing in this. We are all trying to get by the best we can. We're kind of in survival mode. This card spread, these three, this basically looks like what PTSD feels like, y'all. It's survival mode. Doing the best to get by, exercising temperance, trying to measure out your supplies, make everything last as much as you can, feeling like your desires and your dreams and all of the things that you want are put on hold and beyond your reach at the moment. And then the fear and the anxiety and the worry that things are never going to go back to the way that they used to be, or that things are never going to be normal again. And I get that. That's where everybody's at right now, and that's why I'm stressing this compassion and consideration thing so hard, because we are all struggling and we are all dealing with so much right now that it's especially important to just be kind and help each other out as much as we can. Do things for other people, in a safe way, and for the love of all things, well, just wash your hands, man. For a lot of people, it's as simple as that. Most of us are healthy enough we don't have to worry. And just the best thing we can do to protect everybody that isn't and does have to worry is to wash your hands. 20 seconds to wash your hands every time you leave the house and come back isn't too much to ask from anybody. So that's really the most this requires. Stay out of public places. Don't, use common sense. Don't expose yourself any more than you have to. Try to stay safe out there, y'all. The whole point I do all of this for is to help people and try to be a benefit to the world. So I hope that, anything here helps any of you, and, just do the best you can to be considerate and be helpful to your community and to your friends and family, because we're all struggling right now and we all need everything that we can get to get by under all of this strain. I really wish you guys the best of luck. I sincerely mean that. If you want to check me out on Facebook or Twitter, it's Real Blind Seer, Blind Seer Official on Instagram. There's a lot of awesome pictures. I took photography classes for years, so I could take really good pictures that nobody ever looked at, and now I get a chance to present them. So please check that out. I do a lot of occult photography and take pictures of a lot of stuff I do. I post the weekly and monthly readings on Facebook. I do like the monthly I Ching. That's something I know a lot of people do. I try to give a lot of variety in the stuff and the different kinds of energies that I bring in. And the weekly readings, like I discussed earlier, are definitely worth checking out. A lot of people really get into that and really depend on those every week. I will get the elemental sign videos up as soon as I can. I really thank you guys for tuning in, and for the people that have stuck with me and helped me get by for the last couple of weeks. That really, really, really made a difference, and it has been, it's meant the world to my family, honestly. I don't know what we would do without you guys, so thank you so much for that. And if you like what you see here and you want to toss a coin to your seer, there's plenty of links down in the description where you can figure out how to do that, and you can check those out while you're hitting the like button and subscribing to my channel. I thank you all for tuning in, and I hope I will see you next time. Good luck to everybody out there, and wash your hands.